Next up at UFC Vegas 79, we have Bryan Battle taking on AJ Fletcher. I'm telling you right now, Jakey Boy and I are on, we couldn't be farther apart on this fight. We got Bryan Battle, 8-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that quick knockout win over Gabe Green. What are we laughing at?
Somebody says, you're going to like Daniel for this one, though. Somebody said something about, can you sign up for, can we subscribe premium here in the Philippines? And Daniel said, you can subscribe anywhere. It's the internet.
He's not wrong. Thank you, Daniel. You are unbanned. He's taking on AJ Fletcher. AJ Fletcher, 10-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off the decision win over Temba Garimbo. Temba's the guy The Rock bought an apartment for. Bryan Battle is a dog. And I'm going to repeat that over and over again because that is the core of this breakdown. This kid's an absolute dog. Kid. I said kid. He's not my buddy, Jacob. He's a kid. He's constantly pressuring, constantly working towards something. He's shown us that he's got a solid ground game. He's never out of a fight. He averages almost 1 takedown per fight. Low 20% takedown accuracy. That's not great. But he is improving at an incredible pace. Literally every single fight he goes out there, he physically looks better. His skills are much better. All of a sudden, he has power. He's a former fat kid.
How do you know his skills have looked better in 14 seconds, Angelo?
Even in the loss, let me finish. Because even in the loss to Renat Fakhretdinov, he looked phenomenal. And I'll get to it. Just hold your horses. And I'm happy to bet you straight up, you absolute muppet.
I'll get it going. That's no problem. I'll go get it.
So Bryan Battle is a dog. Improving very, very dramatically. Rapid pace. The guy's a former fat kid that changed his life and just has that work ethic, has that dedication, and is just continuing to improve at an incredible pace. He's taking on AJ Fletcher. AJ Fletcher, I have compared him, the older people here, the old school UFC fans. If you remember Sean Shirk, the muscle shark, I've compared AJ Fletcher to him. Very similar style. He's a wrestler. He's got decent striking. When you watch the film, you see him dropping people with his punches, pouncing. But he's a very, very good wrestler. He's going to use those big strikes and just immediately start shooting takedowns. He's nuts fast. He does have some power. Once he hits the ground, he's going to start pounding away. If you move at all, the guy, he's like a cat. Boom, right on top of you. Right there, right there, right there. You have no room. He's just so fast. I have picked him to win in pretty much all of his UFC fights, but I'm on the other side here. He's coming off that win over Temba Garimbo. He looked hesitant. He struggled with the reach because AJ is just a slight young man. And the red flag is just he started pulling guillotines. And I get it. He looked decent in that fight and he won that fight. But he's fighting Bryan Battle, who has power in his hands. He is long, and Bryan Battle will not slow down for a half a second. Renat Fakhretdinov took that dude down at least 60 times. And yeah, he racked up a ton of control time, but Bryan Battle, not for 1 second did that dude just accept bottom and just exist. Oh, he took me down. There was 30 seconds left in the fight, and he's still working back up to his feet. So for those reasons, the reach, the power in his hands, and he's never going to stop, I'm picking Bryan Battle, and I'm pretty confident in him. I think AJ will have some early takedown success, and I think it just doesn't matter after the first 5 minutes or so because Bryan Battle is going to be fresh as hell. Fresh and clean. Jakey, what do you think?
Yeah, we are on opposite sides on this, and I put that bet in the chat. I put $100 on it, so you have to play. Don't forget this part because you have the favor here. You have to play 156. The odds are 156, so you have to play 156 to try to win 100 there. And
I'm taking it right now. Oh, somebody already took it.
So
how is that possible?
Well, somebody
already took it.
Well, we have people in the chat that
You only chatted it to me. You didn't chat it to everybody.
I thought it goes live. Remember, it just goes live to the people. It's
public.
Yeah,
it goes. Yeah.
Fucking stupid bitch. But anyway, we are opposite on this, and it comes down to this. Let's talk about AJ real quickly because AJ is an explosive wrestler and starting to really figure out the jiu-jitsu part of the wrestling because before he was just kind of a wrestler. Now he's working in the control, the sweeps, the submission attempts. So he is. He's not gonna have the grappling advantage, but he definitely has offensive wrestling. He can get a takedowns versus anyone. I have no doubt in my mind he's gonna get a takedown immediately in this fight whenever he wants, because we've seen Bryan Battle is good off his back, dangerous off his back, especially with his length against a guy like AJ Fletcher. But he can get taken down. Now back to AJ Fletcher. He starts losing fights. So he lost to Semi the Jedi, but that first round he's completely controlling that first round. He's getting the takedown.
I thought he won that fight.
He's getting a full mount. It was like a weird fight, but he's getting a full mount. His ability to get the full mount is very, very. And Semi the Jedi is an experienced grappler, experienced guy, and he was able to slide to full mount, and he's starting to figure out the position a little bit more in full mount. But then he starts fading in that fight once he is starting to get offensive wrestle, right? Semi the Jedi was able to get on top of him. When he's on his back, that's when he'll start fading in fights. Against Angelosa, he comes in. He looks really good with the hands the first 2 or 3 minutes of that fight, then really starts getting touched up. I mean, Ange is really laying on some really solid shots. I bring that up because AJ fucking didn't even flinch at him. I mean, it didn't even matter at all that he was getting hit. Just eating the shots, because Bryan Battle is a guy that normally is not a powerful guy, right? He comes through, he has the head kick. It is what it is. Against Gabe Green, yeah, he found that 14-second knockout, but that was Gabe Green. I mean,
Gabe
hands
rushed
low.
in like a
Yeah,
maniac.
I mean, just anyone is going to get knocked out in that type of situation. So good for him for capitalizing on that situation. But to think that he has all of a sudden has found this like crazy one-punch power, this guy was not a power puncher guy. Even against Trayshawn Gore, the last time we saw him in an actual striking match, like a back-and-forth striking match, was against Trayshawn Gore. That wasn't that long ago. That was last year. And yeah, he's continued to improve, but in that fight, there was moments where he was just like, I mean, he was throwing the volume, but Trayshawn Gore in that fight, if he just throws a little bit more volume, probably wins that fight, was landing some nice power. AJ Fletcher is a guy that does have sneaky power. He dropped on Angelosa. He should have finished that fight. The reason he got so tired in that fight was because he went all in to try to get the finish. So I'm not going to discredit the guy for getting tired, because he's trying to get a finish. I'll never trash fighters for getting tired, for trying to. That's what you're supposed to do. You're trying to finish the fucking fight. So, long story short here, I'm going with AJ Fletcher because I know what I'm going to get. I know that he's going to get a takedown. I know that he can take a shot. I know that he can land power. And yeah, he is faded in fights, but I don't see a situation where Bryan Battle's on top of this guy, wearing him down. I think AJ Fletcher can be there. Another reason why I'm picking AJ Fletcher is because I still don't know what I'm getting with Bryan Battle. I don't know. He had the head kick, a quick head kick knockout. You don't really know if he improved in the striking, whatever it was. He gets mauled, showed off his toughness, his ability to fight off his back. But
not just toughness.
Right.
There's
I mean, he was able to work the hips, being dangerous off his back as well. But even in that third round, he got dropped. Renat's not a guy that drops me. He got dropped by Renat, so he can get chin. Just in 2 fights ago, he was getting chin. AJ Fletcher can chin people. He comes against Gabe Green. Early knockout, you still just do not know. So these people coming in thinking, oh, he's just going to smoke this guy. He's not a knockout guy. He isn't. He just isn't, and it might. This could backfire. I mean, honestly. But I hope AJ eats a shot. Bryan Battle is not normally a knockout guy. I'm actually in the AJ Fletcher side. I'm more worried about Bryan Battle's jiu-jitsu. I'm worried about AJ taking him down and Bryan Battle sweeping him or working something off his back. That's what I'm worried about when I'm picking AJ Fletcher. But I think AJ Fletcher comes through, can weather whatever kind of weird early storm Bryan Battle's going to give, thinking he's a knockout guy, get a takedown, get control, and he's dangerous on top. So I'm going AJ Fletcher here, and I've already heard it all week. I think somebody said that I'm the only person on YouTube picking AJ Fletcher, so if it pays off, you know who Papa is. So I'm picking AJ. I put money on him too.
Are you the only person? I feel like other people are picking him.
Somebody said I watch a whole bunch of shit, and you were the only one. So it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a big AJ Fletcher guy, so when I hear your long-ass rant, I'm like, uh-oh. But the reality is, my pick isn't against AJ Fletcher, other than he struggled with the reach in his last fight. Bryan Battle never stops. This dude never stops, and he's long as hell. So that's why I'm on the Battle side. We'll
against Trayshawn Gore, he was just back against the fence the entire. That's the last striking match we've seen him in. He was back against the fence the entire time.
So fast.
But where has he shown that? Where have you seen him moving forward with the striking, constantly moving forward?
The 2 knockouts.
He was back against the fence against Gabe Green as well. He got immediately pushed back to the fence and just landed a nice shot.
Oh, okay. So it matters if you knock out walking forward.
Well, you're the one that's saying that he's making all these improvements and he's constantly moving forward. He had 40 seconds to move forward.
I didn't say he was constantly moving forward. When did I say he was moving forward?
You didn't. You didn't.
A sassy older black
You
woman?
didn't.
What? No, when did I say that?
You just
when
did.
I say that?
You just did.
I said he
That's
never
why I
stops
started this
working.
ramp.
I said he never stops working. I didn't say he's constantly
He never
moving
stops
forward.
working at a 40-second fight and a 14-second fight. Where have you seen that?
The Renat fight. Throw that $100 bet back up.
I already placed it. I got plenty
Well,
of funds.
you sound. I've
Why
never
don't you
heard
make it?
somebody so confident.
You make it and send it to me.
I will after the stream. After the stream.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Get that. Make sure you get your wife's debit card, honey.
Anyway,
I need to make another deposit.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Are you being the honey?
The DraftKings, this will be a pick your side because, frankly, if AJ wins, it probably will be a lot of rest. Now, you had your fucking turn.
No, I'm gonna say one more. You're gonna like this one though, and this is 100% true.
Go ahead.
One of the reasons why I'm not like all in on AJ is his dumb little face, man. He's got one of those, I say it all the time about a very hittable, a very knockout friendly face, and he's got one of those faces where he just looks like he's gonna get knocked out. I've said it before, so that is like I hate his dumb little face. I love you, AJ, but there's something about it, man. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, this will be interesting when this video gets tweeted out.
I picked him.
And
I picked him to win. I said he could win. It's just.
Yeah.
I know.
And nobody's gonna. The best part is nobody's gonna complain when we put Miranda Maverick's gonna lose every white night.
Every simp, yeah.
Oh, how could you talk to her? Like, how could you tweet?
This fight week, you shouldn't tag fighters during fight week. They've got too much on their mind.
And then you said he has a dumb face. Last night you said the dude had a llama
I said he's
neck.
got a dumb little face.
You're actually the liability here. You're the liability, not me.
Fernando, that wasn't my comment. I was just the messenger. You can't shoot the messenger. And but this one is
Literally,
mine. I'll own this one.
Literally,
I like AJ, man. I'm picking him in this fight. I think he can fucking dominate this fight. Honestly, I think what's the over under? I think it's in trouble.
I don't know. By the time I pull it up, it's a 2.5 round line. I think. No, it's a 1.5, isn't it?
I think it's in trouble. I think.
I don't know. I have to look at it. Anyway,
I think you do know.
Do I? I do. Okay. I do know. Yeah. I'll have to look. I did so many bets today. I've forgotten them all. And we're 2 hours into the stream. We have 3 fights left. Let's continue to move forward. Are you going to have $7,500 AJ Fletcher in your DraftKings lineup?
I think there's a good chance.
Well, I'll have to actually look at Bryan Battle a little closer because for him to be worth the $8,700, he's got to win by finish or get, really put up some striking volume or his offensive takedowns. I don't know about. I do think he's going to win this fight. I think he'll outwork. I think AJ is going to be much slower, giving up some rounds later. I don't know how well that's going to score, so I'll look closer. If you want to see the full DraftKings breakdown and analysis, weonpicks.com. It's only $10 a month, as Jacob said earlier. Don't be a cheap bastard. The amount of stuff you get for that $10 is absolutely insane. You're going to get a DraftKings optimizer, detailed data, metrics, and analytics. You're going to get picks from 3, 4, 5, 6 different people, one of them being an AI. You're going to get all the bets, all the insight, everything for only $10 a month. WeOnPicks.com. Click Become a Member.